Today, getting sick can feel almost routine. You get a fever, you take medicine, then you crawl back under a warm blanket. Now, erase all of that. Go back 50,000 years. There are no pharmacies. There are no antibiotics. There are no hospitals. Your medicine cabinet is the forest. Your doctor is whoever knows which plants are safe. And your bed is dirt beside a fire. A fever could drain your strength. A wound could become infected. Weakness could make you slower. And slower could make you prey. So what happened when someone got seriously sick? Did prehistoric people simply die? Was sickness an automatic death sentence? Not quite. The answer is much more surprising.
The ancient world was filled with invisible enemies. Bacteria were everywhere. They lived in soil, water, food, and on our skin. Some were harmless. Others could turn a tiny injury into a disaster. Imagine cutting your hand on a sharp stone. Today, you would wash it and cover it. Back then, clean water was not guaranteed. Dirt could enter the wound. Bacteria could enter with it. The immune system had to fight alone. Sometimes it won, sometimes it did not. Now imagine a broken leg. You could not hunt normally. You might struggle to reach water. You might not escape a predator. A fracture was a survival crisis. Then there were teeth. An infected tooth could become a serious infection. There was no root canal. There was no antibiotic. There was just pain. Sometimes the tooth had to be removed. Sometimes the infection spread. Food could become another threat. Contaminated meat could carry dangerous microbes. Dirty water could cause severe diarrhea. Severe diarrhea could cause deadly dehydration. Burns, bites, and puncture wounds were dangerous too. Nature did not need a giant predator to kill you. Sometimes something microscopic was enough. But our ancestors were not helpless. They were watching, learning, and remembering.
Long before laboratories, there were experiments, not controlled experiments like today. They were driven by pain, hunger, and observation. Someone noticed that a plant helped. Someone remembered where it grew. Then that knowledge could spread. Archaeology gives us clues that this happened. Neanderthal dental calculus preserves traces of plant use. Some finds include plants such as chamomile and yarrow. These clues do not prove every plant was medicine, but they show intimate knowledge of the landscape. One fascinating clue involves poplar. Poplar bark contains salicylates. These compounds are related to the chemistry behind aspirin. That does not mean Neanderthals had aspirin tablets. It means nature contained useful chemistry long before pharmacies. Other plants may have helped digestion or inflammation. The key was accumulated experience. Imagine learning without books. You observe a plant, you try it, you remember the result, you teach someone else. Then the knowledge survives. Over generations, the forest becomes a library. Useful plants become pages. Poisonous plants become warnings. Fire also became part of the toolkit. Cooking made some food safer. Heat could kill many microbes.
Shelter and basic wound care also mattered. None of this guaranteed survival. It simply improved the odds. And the most powerful treatment may not have been a plant. It may have been another human.
Here is where prehistoric medicine becomes deeply human. The fossil record contains people who survived serious injuries. Some skeletons show bones that healed after major trauma. A healed fracture tells us something important. The person survived long enough for bone to grow back. Someone likely helped them during that time. Consider a badly broken leg. For weeks, walking could be nearly impossible. The injured person could not hunt normally. They might struggle to gather food or water. Yet some injured people survived. Someone may have brought them food. Someone may have carried water. Someone may have protected them. This changes the survival equation. In the wild, an injured animal can quickly become prey. A human with an injured leg had another option. The group could compensate for missing strength. One person hunted. Another gathered. Another watched the fire. Another cared for the injured. The group became a survival machine. Ancient people also survived severe dental problems. Some skulls show tooth loss long before death. That means these people lived without normal teeth. They must have adapted their diets. Others may have helped prepare softer foods. The evidence cannot tell us every detail, but it reveals something remarkable. Care could be part of survival. Humans were not the strongest animals. We had no claws. We were not the fastest. But we could communicate and cooperate. We could protect someone who could not contribute temporarily. Empathy could keep experience alive. A skilled hunter could recover. A child could be protected. An elder could pass on knowledge.
The tribe became a living safety net. In a world of invisible killers, compassion became a survival strategy.
So what happened if you got sick 50,000 years ago? You faced terrifying risks. A tiny wound could become serious. A broken bone could become a crisis. An infection could become a silent killer. But death was not automatic. Our ancestors learned from plants. They learned from injuries, and they learned from each other. Their greatest medicine may not have been a plant. It may have been the person beside the fire, the hand carrying water, the hunter sharing food. Sickness forced humans to become observers. Injury forced us to become caregivers, and survival rewarded cooperation. We survived not because nature was kind. We survived because humans learned to help humans. If you want more strange stories from the deep past, subscribe to Boldline the History. And remember, the ancient world was dangerous, but humans were never facing it alone.